If you run ServiceTitan and Podium together, you got an email today. 4 weeks in August to replace the system your entire front office runs on. I want to talk about what actually happens now, what your options are, and what I would do if I were in your position. So I am Jeel, I am the CEO at FieldCamp, the AI first operating system. Now being honest, we compete directly with Podium and ServiceTitan into one unified AI system. But I'm just speaking out of my mind because I just thought, you know what, I've read the entire thread, I've been following the Facebook groups, what have been people been saying, and I just thought I should offer some of my views, unbiased comments on how I can help you find the better solution, what are the better solutions, and what can you do right now. So here's what the public is saying so far. Contractors say that they got an email from the ServiceTitan CEO roughly 4 weeks in, and the ServiceTitan CEO says that the integration didn't meet its marketplace standards, and they tried to bring Podium into their certified program. But Podium's CEO commented on this guy's post. So this is the guy who started the thread. He's a residential electrician, and he just said, "Hey, I just got this email." But then ServiceTitan, official ServiceTitan channel, commented on this guy's post, and he said, "Hey, you know what? This wasn't their first choice, and they tried their best to bring this partner in." But hang right there. Right in that post, Podium CEO commented, and Eric said that, "Hey, you know what? We have been trying to contact ServiceTitan for months, and we didn't get any response from their team," which I don't think the two things add up at all. I don't know which one is right, and neither do you. You just have to go with the flow of what these two guys are telling you. But I'll be more careful with anyone who tells you that they know why this happened, because it's just the Podium team and the ServiceTitan team who are the source of truth at the moment. Now the useful part. When the integration goes off, here's what you lose. Your customer sync stops between ServiceTitan and Podium. So new customers in ServiceTitan stop flowing to Podium, and the two lists start drifting apart from day one. Anything triggered by a job stops, on my way text, confirmation, reminders, everything stops. Your automated review request stops. That one's dangerous because, as you know, it doesn't hurt this week. It hurts in about a month when you have stopped watching for it. And your CSRs lose the message history inside ServiceTitan. So they are on the phone with a customer and the last three texts aren't there anymore. So here's what you don't lose. Your phone number, your message history inside Podium, your reviews on Google. That matters because integration is ending, but that does not mean Podium is ending. A lot of people in that thread are treating it as like, hey, Podium is ending, which is not the true thing. So there are 4 options for you currently at this moment, and these are only 4 options available, and you have to choose from one of them. So first one is keep both, but they both will be unlinked, which doesn't make sense to me. But Podium keeps working as your phone system. You lose the automation. Your team does more by hand. Is the boring answer, and honestly for most of the people in middle of season, it doesn't make sense, and you have literally 4 weeks to do this. So 2, move the communications platform with a certified ServiceTitan partner. Now the story or the reason why they discontinued this partnership is because Podium started to make their own AI field service tool, and they were in beta with some of the customers. So ServiceTitan decided, hey, you know what? If you're going to compete with us, rather I think we will get you removed. That's what people have been saying on the threads. So your second option is to choose a partner who is certified and still on the marketplace. What are your options? Chirp was named by ServiceTitan themselves as one of the certified apps, text, email, voice follow-ups, and it's built for this exact use case. On the reviews and reputation side, you have got Birdeye and Broadly, both with ServiceTitan integration. Hatch is in this space too, more on the AI follow-up side. But here's the thing I would actually want you to take away from this section. Being in the marketplace and being certified are not the same thing. ServiceTitan's own rollout says the partners who don't complete the certification get removed from the marketplace and reclassified as custom integrations. Custom means unsupported and not widely distributed. So when you are on the call with whoever you are thinking of moving to, ask them 3 questions. Are you certified today? When were you last recertified, and what notice would I get if that status changes? If they can answer those clearly, you are about to be in the same exact position sometime later this year. One more thing worth knowing is ServiceTitan sells its own phone product. It's called Phones Pro, and it's listed on their marketplace alongside everyone else. I'm not saying that's wrong. Every platform does it. Just know when the options you are being pointed towards is theirs. And whatever you pick, check your Podium contract before you sign anything. A few people in that thread are on annual terms that don't end just because the integration does. So you could end up with paying for both systems. The cost of this route is number porting, retraining your CSRs, rebuilding every template, automation from scratch, and leaving your review history behind on the old platform. 3. Build the connection yourself. There's an API. If you've got a technical person, one workflow you really can't lose, it's possible. Check what's actually permitted before you spend money on it though, because ServiceTitan's contract sometimes clearly says that you cannot use their API to build a competing product, for example. So just check it, and if they allow you, if talk to your team in ServiceTitan or the consultant in ServiceTitan, if they say you can do this, then you are good to go. And the last one, move to a system where the messaging is just the integrated part of the software, because that's where the future is headed. For now, you might not want to make a decision in rush because you just want to bring things together, but take a long-term decision and think about this. If ServiceTitan can do this to you, what more can they do to you? Because rather it is a standard, or it has been a standard for the last few years, but it is time with AI into picture for new competition, and call like our software FieldCamp counts as one of them, where it replaces the need of having these different systems, Podium, NFL service software, etc. It's one customizable software which can be scaled for enterprises, for commercial and residential, and it has a unified inbox which works with WhatsApp, online booking, website, phone systems. We have IVR system and text messaging and outbound as well. So you might want to reconsider how you would want to bring all of this into one single system, and AI agents or the AI employees operating on top of them. Like we literally switched a customer out of Podium because Podium's AI was not doing him any favors. It was not good. It was not generating any business. He switched to us. We made a custom AI agent for him. When a meta lead comes in, it integrates into the FieldCamp's inbox, and an AI agent texts the lead through Twilio integration, and it's just going to say that, hey, we saw that you contacted us. How would you like, what services would you like? And then that agent can make an estimate as well. So this is where the future is headed, and you might want to look at the options which completely replace the need of ServiceTitan and Podium. So when we built messaging into FieldCamp, it wasn't a pro tier or an add-on. It's the same software, which means when a customer texts, where's my tech, that's not a question that gets handled to the office. The system already knows. It knows which tech, which job, where they are, and what's ahead of them. Customer wants to move to Thursday. A messaging tool books a slot on the calendar. Ours is looking at whether that tech is actually free, actually qualified for that job, and whether it wrecks that route. And then review request after the job is powered by our workflow automation, which is like make.com or N8 and built inside FieldCamp. You can literally set that a trigger when a job is completed, send a text message asking for a Google review. Now, having said all of that, this is the biggest project of the 4. And starting a full migration this month, this season, with a 4-week clock is how you do all the things badly. So the situation you are in right now, I would suggest get a temporarily 1 or 2 month thing that solves your problem. But as winter is coming, make the switch. Don't wait for it, because you might be in this situation again next year. And if you do nothing else this week, do these 3 things. Export your data out of Podium now while your account is fully live. Customer messages, histories, reviews, all of it takes an hour, and it removes the pressure from every decision after it between these 2. Call your ServiceTitan CSM and get the exact shutoff date in writing, not from LinkedIn, not from your friend or any of them. And call your Podium rep and ask what happens to your contract now that the thing you brought exactly for is going away. And last thing, if you choose ServiceTitan, you separately chose Podium. The connection between them was an agreement you weren't part of. Between 2 companies whose relationship you couldn't see. When it ended, you got 4 weeks and a suggestion. So I don't think ServiceTitan did anything they weren't entitled to do. But I do think that most contractors have never put a price on that dependency, because until the email shows up, It costs you nothing. That's the thing worth thinking about once you are through these next few weeks. I wrote all of this properly in this blog that you are looking at, what breaks all 4 options week by week, and links in the description as well. If you are in the situation and you just want to talk about it, it's very simple, no strings attached. I'm not going to pitch you anything. Just come to our website and book a demo with us.